My name is Reverend Pamela Doty Nation. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm with the Grand Rapids Water Protectors and also a minister in standing with the Grand Rapids Association, Grand Rapids Association United Church of Christ. I'm here because I recently went to Standing Rock Sioux Reservation in North Dakota. I went 2 times, both as a minister, a representative of the United Church of Christ, after Chief Arval Looking Horse, who is a keeper of the white buffalo calf pipe with the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, called 2 ministers to come and stand with the people of Standing Rock. So I went. I have to say, I'm a little ashamed to say it took me to go all the way to North Dakota to understand the importance of protecting water. What I saw there was amazing. I met very peaceful people that love the earth and recognize that our earth is not a resource, it's the source. Whenever we commercialize something that is essential to life, we put people in danger of not having access to clean and affordable drinking water and other things. And what I learned when I was there is that the power of the way the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation and other people and other tribes that came together to stand showed me how important it was to look at this from a very spiritual perspective. Even though I am a minister in the United Church of Christ, I strongly believe that Jesus is not going to come and save us from this situation. We have to save ourselves. And we have to be the ones to be here to stand up for all people that have that right. I have nothing personal against anybody that works for the Nestle Corporation or the MDEQ. But what I do have is a request that everyone really think about what it is that you're being asked to do here. And really consider the long-standing ramifications of what could happen if this gets granted and irreparable damage is done to the aquifers, the water tables, the streams, and the natural habitat. Just please think about what you're doing. Your life could depend on it. Thank you.
I'd like to queue up quickly Rose Wilson, if I didn't call her before, Martin Book, and Kathy Motica? Go ahead, sir.
Hello, I'm James Clift. I'm the Policy Director of the Michigan Environmental Council. I've been there 18 years. So first, my little commercial. Tell your elected officials to fund this division. These people run this program trying to protect our water on a shoestring. They've had over 3,000 requests for large water quantity water uses in the last 9 years. They need more people. They need to update the tools. Talk to your local officials. Okay, now the DEQ. Got a lot to get through here. So I think we need to better articulate the process we're going through here. We're being asked to comment on an application, and that's not usually what we do. Make it really clear, what are the decisions you have to make? Is there an adverse resource impact? Is this a reasonable use of water? Is Nestle offering to do improvement projects to offset any potential harm? And how would any permit be enforced? I mean, you got to think of each of these steps. I think the website's lacking a little bit on what's an adverse resource impact. You know, how did you go through that process of making that determination? How big of an impact is a well going to have? How is it apportioned between Chippewa and Twin? What is the legal standard for withdrawals from those 2 streams? And how does this all figure in? It really isn't well explained. More importantly, and this is really important, this is the only place this applies, is permits over 2 million gallons. Is this a reasonable use of water? And that under common law lets you bring in a lot of factors to look at the fact that we have a water bottling plant here. This is not a farmer where if they don't have water, the crops die. This is a water bottling plant that has other potential sources. So that just means that you should make sure that any decision you make protects the water resources. You know, and make sure that even through a drought situation, those resources would be protected sustainably for the long term. Very importantly, this statute requires an applicant to show that they're doing improvement projects commensurate with any impacts. Their application laundry lists a number of impacts that they admit to. They have to impact the stream to call it spring water. But nowhere in the application does it laundry list the improvement projects that they're undertaking to improve water resources. It's required in the statute. Lastly, make sure that if anything happens, you've got ironclad enforcement of anything that happens. Needs to be continuously monitored and overseen. Lastly, as you move toward a proposed decision, we should then have the opportunity for the public to comment on that proposed decision before it goes into effect. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Deborah Carley. I'm a citizen and I'm a resident of Mecosta County, and I live very close to Osceola County. I do not have scientific expertise, but I do know this. And I believe that since Nestle Corporation has a vested interest in the outcome of the testing required to obtain the Section 17 permit, it makes no sense at all that they should be conducting the testing. But rather, it should go through the U.S. Geological Survey. So I think that I definitely believe that you should